8 doggy-style secrets you probably didn't know, revealed through psychology and human behavior. When people think of doggy style, it's often viewed as purely physical. But psychologically, it offers surprising insights into dominance, vulnerability, and emotional dynamics in intimacy. Let's uncover the hidden meanings behind this popular position. The power exchange. In this position, the balance of control naturally shifts. The giver often takes charge, while the receiver experiences surrender. Psychologists suggest that people who enjoy taking leadership or dominance roles in life may find this position particularly satisfying. It mirrors how they express power and confidence outside the bedroom. Trust beyond eye. Contact unlike face-to-face intimacy, this position removes direct eye contact, requiring a deeper level of trust. It reveals how comfortable someone is surrendering control and being vulnerable without constant visual reassurance. Awakening primal instincts, doggy. Style triggers parts of the brain linked to primitive instincts. It mirrors natural animal behavior and taps into our raw, evolutionary desires, a reminder that human attraction is still deeply influenced by biology and instinct. Emotional freedom and detachment. Some choose this position for emotional distance, while others see it as a way to release inhibitions. Psychologically, it reflects how people navigate the line between emotional intimacy and pure physical expression. Boosting confidence and body positivity, because attention shifts away from the face, many feel less self-conscious. This freedom often enhances confidence, reducing anxiety about appearance or performance, a psychological boost for those who struggle with self-image. Safe exploration of role, reversal even. Those who are dominant in daily life may enjoy being more submissive here. This position allows playful role experimentation without explicitly changing identities, providing a sense of psychological safety while exploring fantasy. The language of touch without. Direct eye contact, partners rely on touch, movement, and breath. This deepens non-verbal communication, helping partners connect on an instinctive, emotional level that words can't always reach. Releasing the inner animal at its core. This position helps people release tension and reconnect with their primal selves. It can be cathartic, a healthy outlet for stress, freedom, and raw passion that psychology links to emotional release and satisfaction. Part 2. The hidden psychology behind doggy style. Deeper insights. While doggy style is often discussed in playful or casual terms, its psychological depth reveals much more about human connection, behavior, and personality. Let's go deeper into what this position says about the human mind. Dominance and submission dynamics. This position naturally enhances the psychological dance between dominance and surrender. For some, being in control offers a sense of authority and leadership. For others, surrendering that control creates safety and trust. Psychologists note that these exchanges mirror how individuals manage balance and boundaries in relationships beyond the bedroom. Confidence through performance, doggy style, allows both partners to express confidence differently, one through control, the other through openness. Research in sexual psychology suggests that self-assured people often prefer positions where they can express power or rhythm, reflecting inner security and self-awareness. Emotional distance versus emotional depth. Interestingly, while the lack of eye contact can symbolize detachment, it can also intensify emotion. Without constant visual feedback, partners often tune into body language and subtle emotional cues, creating a unique kind of closeness that's more sensory than verbal. Fantasy and freedom of expression. For many, doggy style serves as a psychological safe zone for exploring fantasies. Because it feels primal and instinctual, it frees the mind from social filters, allowing the person to express desires they may hesitate to show otherwise. This is a form of psychological release and self-discovery. The mirror of relationship energy. How a couple approaches this position can reveal the tone of their relationship. Playful, passionate, dominant, cooperative. Therapists studying sexual behavior often find that a person's energy during intimacy reflects how they communicate, lead, or respond in daily life. Control of pace and rhythm in doggy style. Rhythm becomes communication. The leading partner sets the pace, but mutual adjustment requires silent coordination. This nonverbal negotiation strengthens emotional intelligence and body awareness, skills vital in healthy relationships. Escaping the everyday persona psychologically, this position can serve as an outlet for suppressed sides of one's personality. Someone typically reserved or controlled may find release in being expressive, assertive, or wild. It's not just about pleasure. It's about liberation from routine identity. When pleasure meets psychology, doggy style isn't just physical, it's symbolic. It blends instinct, emotion, and power. From a psychological lens, it shows how humans merge primal desire with emotional complexity, creating a balance between the raw and the intimate, the physical and the emotional. Part 3. Deep psychological layers of doggy style. What it really reveals about the mind doggy style isn't just a physical position, it's a psychological mirror. The way people experience it can uncover layers of emotion, attachment style, confidence, and even relationship health. Let's explore the deeper mind-body connection behind this intimate act. The psychology of vulnerability for the receiving partner. This position often exposes a sense of vulnerability, both physically and emotionally. Accepting that vulnerability requires deep trust. Psychologists suggest that comfort in this position can signal strong emotional security and a balanced attachment style. The desire for nonverbal dominance for the giving partner. The appeal may come from silent dominance, not through aggression but through presence. This form of nonverbal leadership reflects how some people express care and confidence without words, blending protection and control in one gesture. Escaping overthinking. 1. Reason this position is psychologically freeing is that it helps people escape mental clutter. Because it activates primal instincts, it quiets the analytical part of the brain and lets the body lead. Many describe it as a meditative or stress-relieving experience, a moment where thought gives way to feeling. The catharsis of raw connection, when performed with trust and mutual comfort, this position can trigger emotional catharsis, the release of stored stress and suppressed energy. Psychologists call this the emotional purge, where physical pleasure overlaps with deep emotional relief. The link to self-image and identity. People who are more comfortable exploring this position often show higher levels of body acceptance. It allows them to focus less on how they look and more on how they feel, reinforcing positive body perception and inner confidence. 2. Emotional healing. Through physical trust in long-term relationships, this position can rebuild intimacy when emotional communication has faded. The focus on movement, trust, and surrender can re-establish emotional bonds that words sometimes fail to restore. The duality of power and passion. At its core, doggy style represents duality, dominance and submission, control and surrender, instinct and emotion. This balance fascinates psychologists because it reflects how humans seek both freedom and connection in intimate experiences. A reflection of the human psyche. Ultimately, this position symbolizes more than physical pleasure. It's a psychological mirror showing how people handle power, trust, communication, and desire. It reminds us that behind every physical act lies a complex emotional landscape shaped by personality, upbringing, and experience. Part 4. The psychology of doggy style. Final thoughts on power. Trust and connection. Doggy style might appear simple on the surface, but beneath its physical nature lies a complex world of emotion, instinct, and psychology. It's more than just a position. It's a silent story about human behavior and the way we express connection, control, and vulnerability. 5. Intimacy beyond words. Even though there's little face-to-face contact, this position often strengthens emotional understanding. Partners learn to communicate through rhythm, pressure, and energy, discovering a level of connection that words alone can't express. Revealing the true self. Many people find this position liberating because it allows them to drop pretenses. It brings out parts of the personality that are often hidden: wildness, passion, surrender, or dominance, revealing the layers of who they truly are beneath social masks. The balance between instinct and emotion. Psychologists describe sexual behavior as a blend of biology and emotion, two powerful forces that shape our desires. Doggy style stands at the intersection of both, merging primal instincts with deep emotional meaning. It shows how humans can be both animalistic and affectionate, all in a single act of trust. The healing power of surrender. When approached with respect and mutual comfort, this position can be healing. It encourages emotional release, builds trust, and restores confidence in both partners. Letting go, both physically and mentally, can bring a sense of peace and freedom that few other forms of intimacy can achieve.